First opened in the year 2000. A look there at Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. It's the home opener of this new season between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Houston Astros. It's Astros baseball, and it's next on the show. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Pittsburgh, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Harold taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. It's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
No problem here. One away. Josh Harrison stands in, and he has not gotten off to the start he had hoped for with the bat. It's been a real struggle for him out of the gate. And that is through into right field for a single. So stepping in, Andrew McCutchen. He's hit the ground running right out of spring training. Entering this one with a batting average over 300. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball one.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Swung on and missed. 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1. Here's a drive by McCutchen. Hit well out to deep left field. Into the Crawford boxes and gone. Striding into the box, Starling Marte. He comes into this one having sputtered out of the gate this season. The average is under the 200 mark at this point. In there, strike one.
This could be an interesting night for him. He gives up the extra base hit, and then he makes a location pitch that he needs to make. If he does that consistently, he'll have a good night.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Lined into left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he'll pull into second with one away. So coming to the plate, Jung Ho Gong. And he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well at all in the month of April. And this one's down off the shoe tops. 1-0. Runner at second here with one man out. And this one's too far inside, ball two.
Boy, it sure doesn't seem like they want to pitch to this guy right here. I get that, but it's just the first inning. Sometimes you have to compete and set the tone.
Outside, 3-0 now. He's set. Here's the 3-0. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. One out and a runner on second base. Takes a knee-high fastball. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Altuve has it on to first, and there were 2 down. At the plate, David Freese trying to cash in here in his first at bat with a runner at third and 2 gone. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low apparently. 1-0 pitch on the way. Hard hit at third. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. Here now is Nori Aoki to start things out in the home half of inning number 1.
Astros. Left fielder Nori Aoki.
He pulls this one into right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out. Here's George Springer. He's ready for his first at bat of this early season contest. Into the windup and the pitch. Liner toward right center, but this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
Second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch coming. Here it is. To third. Gung is there. On to first, and can you believe it? A 3-pitch inning, and just like that, the side is retired. Coming to the plate now.
Gregory for Pittsburgh, the left fielder number 25, Gregory Polanco.
There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
He's really put himself now in a position where he's got to battle. Took the first 2 strikes, didn't swing, and now you just grind out the AB.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he set down for the first out.
Shortstop.
So digging in now.
Mercer.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Now the pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Designated hitter.
So striding in, Phil Gosselin. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
Grounded to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Evan Gaddis now standing in. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Catcher, Evan Gaddis.
First pitch on its way. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. And Harold, as we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon, it's been, all things considered, a pretty good start to the campaign as they have 4 wins from their first 6 tries.
Matt, when you're playing good ball, you don't care who's on the mound. Oh, that's their ace. Bring it, ace. Come on, bring it to us. Because you're playing as good as you are right now. The confidence is flowing, and the trash talk is going.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left. Another 1-2 delivery. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. At the plate, Carlos Correa. And it's been a good start to the current campaign with the average up over 300 so far. And they'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Now a flare out toward right center. Coming on is McCutchen. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here's the ever dangerous Carlos Beltran. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Coming on is McCutchen. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Francisco Cervelli. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Hot shot down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. Ready for another chance? Josh Harrison. He reached on a single in his first try.
Josh Harrison.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. And that pitch catches the inside corner. A runner at first with no outs here. Hot shot on the ground to short. Scooped up, and he's retired, 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew McCutchen. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-2 now. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
I like the call for the 2-strike changeup, but you got to make a better pitch. He got away with one right there.
And another foul ball.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Looped out towards short. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Up next for Pittsburgh.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Starling Marte.
Marte.
It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Boy, man, I tell you, that looked like a good pitch right there. That looked like that pitch was in the zone. He just missed it.
Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike one.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer. Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone. A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Working for the punch out and the offering, and he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only one away.
Jung-ho Kang.
And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. 1-0 pitch on the way. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. And they're able to get the force at home for a big out number 2. Adam Frazier will try and loosen up here as he'll be the runner at second base following the injury. Digging in to try it again. David Freese. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
David Freese.
Hit to third. He'll come home with it. And he's safe. Here's Gregory Polanco. First time up, he went down looking.
Gregory Polanco.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Here it comes on 0-2. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Here's another 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Man, that's a tough take given where we are this game, but he got away with it.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here's Jordy Mercer now, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch.
Outside, that's a ball.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1.
Hey, we're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home. 2-run score. It's cut off, so all 3 runners are in to score. Stepping into the box, Phil Gosselin. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
He's clearly looking on the outside half right there. The check swing means he recognized that ball pretty good.
Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
And strike 3 there as they'll finally. At the plate, Yulieski Gurriel. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Yulieski Gurriel.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Sent out to straightaway center field. The catch is made out there by McCutchen, and that's the first out. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now.
First baseman, Marwin Gonzalez.
Infield swung around a bit to the right. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. The 1-2 pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a little tapper. Set to deal on 2-2. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Alex Bregman will be next. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Third baseman.
And that'll bring up the
Bregman.
He's set and the pitch. Swing and a liner. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Here's Nori Aoki. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. Lays off 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. Astros still in. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1.
Well, there's a strike looking, but you know what? They've been so patient. They're leading in this game, I think, because of their discipline at the plate. They're not swinging at balls out of the zone.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike two. And here's a ball hit in the air. Gonzalez is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. Josh Harrison stands in. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, he's doing poorly in this game. One of the reasons why is the first pitch strike. He's less than 60% to hitters throwing a strike on first pitch in this game. You just can't survive that way.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Set to deliver the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
Swing and a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. 7 runs, just 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Adam Frazier. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A cold strike on the inside corner.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Here's George Springer. Comes into this at bat.
The 4th inning, center fielder George Springer.
Too high to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Tell you what, having a big lead early, sometimes that's not always the best thing. But I think what you got to do is still focus on 1 at bat, 1 pitch at a time, and not allow a big inning coming at you.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And that is just shy of the box seats, off the top of the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. So striding forward now, Jose Altuve. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1. 1-0 count. Here it is. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Now a flare out to left center. There to take it is Mercer for the first out. Evan Gattis now standing in. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Evan Gattis.
First pitch on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
I like the fact that they're swinging early in the count, and they're really aggressive right now early in this game. But there will come a time you got to be patient. If you're swinging the strikes, that's one thing, but make him work a little bit.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. In the air to straightaway right. Polanco has a read on it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with 2 men gone.
The batter, number 1.
In now, Carlos Correa. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Popped up. Cervelli has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung Ho Gun. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Jung Ho Gun.
Into the windup and the pitch. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Beltran is there to put it away for out number 1. Here's David Freese to stand in. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. In there, no balls and a strike. 7 runs, just 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. In there, and it's 0-2 now. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Ready once again.
Right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is on the ground over to first, and he is out on the tag. Here's Carlos Beltran. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Carlos Beltran.
Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
I really love the way he's attacking hitters on that first pitch. It's over 80% first pitch strikes in this game, and that's why he's having such great success.
Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. McCutchen on the move. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's 1 away.
The batter, number 10.
Digging in, Yulieski Gurriel comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Tapped down the line, but that one rolls foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Well, Matt, they've all seen him at this point, and clearly they're not picking him up much better. Do you see the swing on that pitch right there? Nasty.
Got him. Digging in, the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez, reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Into the windup and the pitch. That gets down, and the inning will continue. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double. Digging in, Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Bregman.
Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Set to deliver the 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is 1 pitch away from throwing 5 shutout innings.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Here's Jordy Mercer now. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit ball to short. Correa scoops it up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, number 15.
Striding in once again, Phil
Designated
Gosselin. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. On the ground to third. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Francisco Cervelli. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Oh, Matt, look, it's real simple. If you're going to throw the ball down the middle in the big leagues, you're going to get hammered. He's got to put the ball in the corner if he wants to have any chance.
Here's the 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive.
The batter, number 5.
Digging in to try it again. Josh Harrison. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. In there, 0-1. 2 out with the man. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Ready once again, Nori Aoki. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
Nori Aoki.
Into the windup and the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Polanco has a read on it. 1 out. Digging in and looking for more. George Springer. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Frazier giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line toward right center. That gets down, and the inning continues. Digging in once again, Evan Gattis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is fouled at the plate.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Back here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. It's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out
Center fielder Andrew McCutchen.
line towards center field. Springer has to roam straight back, but he has it for the 1st out.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Adam Frazier 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Pitch on the way. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping in and ready for another. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. fly ball out to straightaway right. Beltran is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Now batting, Carlos Correa. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the seventh.
Carlos Correa.
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Here's the pitch. Little dribbler down the line, but it gets foul.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes, and he got him. Here's Carlos Beltran. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Carlos Beltran.
Now a first pitch curveball floats a bit high that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Throw gets him, 2 down. Now at the plate, Yulieski Gurriel. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
I've been so impressed how he's got ahead of hitters. He's been over 80% in the game right now. First pitch strike to hitters. When you do that, you're going to have good success.
And this is going to be a foul ball.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
That was a good changeup right there. It just missed. But an even better take for him to lay off it because it had the great movement, and he laid off it even with 2 strikes.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Freeze onto the grass, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely.
First baseman, number 9.
Digging in the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. A 1 pitch on its way. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The 0-2 home. Hit hard back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Michael Feliz enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Here's David Freese to stand in. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Number 26.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Pitch on the way. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting.
Now to the plate, Gregory Polanco. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play.
Matt, I like the last 2 pitches. A changeup and then a fastball, and he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
Too high. 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The batter, number 10.
Here's Jordy Mercer now. He was a ground out victim last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch, and he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Favorable call in there for a strike.
Boy, he's really mixing them up nice. Slider away and then comes back with a 2-seamer in. Those balls are moving in opposite directions, and you're giving the hitter opposite things to look for.
That misses. 1-2. Grounded to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Chad Kuhl enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable
lead. For the Pirates, number 39, Chad Kuhl.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
What a great pitch. When you have the velocity to throw a ball by somebody up there in the zone, I don't know why guys don't use it more.
Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Oh, wow. That's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow. Not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Slider. Good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit on the ground, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
Now batting.
Here's Nori Aoki. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball right into the shift. Harrison has it. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Here's George Springer. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Springer.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. Here's a big swing now by Springer, but he was a little early that time as it finds the seats foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Settling in now, Phil Gosselin.
Leading off for the
No
Pirates,
hits in 3 tries so
designated
far.
hitter,
He's struck out once.
Phil Gosselin.
First offering on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting.
Standing
catcher,
in, Francisco Cervelli. Couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Altuve fields it cleanly. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the 9th is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here. Josh Harrison stands in. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Hit to short. Correa is right there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the 9th.
Second baseman, Jose
Pitch on the way.
Altuve.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Dribbled up the line. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Hit sharply on the ground, and that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway.
Now batting.
Evan Gattis now standing in. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set. Here it comes. Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone. Here's Carlos Correa now. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Grounded to short. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. So striding forward now, Carlos Beltran. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
That's a nice job of getting ahead right there. This is a tough situation he's in. He's going to have to use all his pitches to get out of this jam.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Ground ball right side. Freeze on the slide. There's one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Into the box, Yulieski Gurriel. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he's going to put this one away, and the Pirates have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over. And guys, the Pirates were paced this afternoon by the efforts of this man, Andrew McCutchen. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
No errors.
Hey, you could probably make an argument for a couple of other guys too, but it seemed like he had the most to do with his guys getting the win here.
No errors. They left 7 men on base.